Hi everyone, Jan King here, along with Sprinkles Nixon. We're here tonight talking about Wizards Within. Could be crazy Wizards Within, because if you heard us before the show, you would have been surprised. So tonight we're talking about splashes of color in various areas of our life, including chakras, including auras, and ribbons, and maybe even other things that may show up. So basically, it's 6/6/18 today. I believe it's D-Day, or the anniversary of D-Day.
I didn't know that.
And whatever that means in our realm here, I think we're going to have a good show. I think I hope you're tuning in to us, and we're going to be doing a lot of different things as we go through the summer and along the way. So tonight, as I said, I'm going to briefly talk about a little bit about color, and then Sprinkles will come in and she's going to do some auras and a couple other things, and we're going to go back and forth. Okay? So color is comforting to me. Okay? If you have the right color, I think you're going to feel good about who you are. And if you have something that feels out of place, that's what I'm going to talk about briefly tonight, as to what you could do with using color. And maybe somewhere down the road we'll talk about it more in depth. But tonight it's just going to be little bits and pieces. And I'm sure you remember when you were very young as a child, and you used to color, and there'll be lots of color and crayons and colored pencils, and of course there's other things now, and of course markers as we go through the years, and you name it. You could come up with paints, different kinds of paints. Color's just an energy vibrating at different aspects. So when I think about colors, the lower vibrations are the warmer colors, like reds, oranges, and the highest vibrations are like violet, okay, the other end of the color spectrum. And I want to talk just briefly about chakras, because chakras, you saw the picture, I believe you might have seen the picture of the color throughout the body, from the crown chakra down to the root, and I'll tell you briefly what each of the colors mean. So chakra is a wheel in Sanskrit, and they're like spinning vortexes. So the energy's spinning, and as long as it's in alignment and balance, I'm sure you're feeling great, you're upbeat, but if something just goes awry a little bit, you may just feel down, or just the upstream energy is there, or you might be going the downstream, depending on what's going on in your life. The colors do affect you, and as you will see through this program, there are 9 chakras, 9 basics. They always say 7. Yes, 7 are the main ones, and then there's 2 others plus 3 others on top of that, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it can go up to 22, but we're not going to talk about that kind of stuff right now. So I'm just going to mention the basics. The first chakra is the root, which is red, and we'll go into that as we go through the program as to what red could mean to you, and Sprinkles will bring it up also. Orange is the sacral, is the second chakra. Yellow is the third, and the solar plexus. The green is your heart, which is the 4th chakra. The blue is the 5th chakra, which is your throat. Indigo is your 6th chakra, which is your 3rd eye or pineal gland. And purple, I say purple or violet more so, and sometimes white, is the 7th chakra, which is your crown. Gold is your 8th chakra, and platinum is your 9th. The 8th chakra leads you to a kind of it's called monad. It's the highest part of your highest self that you could, that's the eighth chakra. Is if it's open, you can do channel Akashic records and see what is in yours. And I'm not going to go into Akashic records right now. We'll do that another time. And ninth chakra is even higher than that, leading into the 10th, 11th, and 12th. So the eighth chakra is important because if it's open, you really can get insights, very deep insights, and connecting to your higher self and beyond into the infinite intelligence or God light, however you want to talk about it. But as I said, working with colors is a way to balance the chakras. And one can match a color with its associated with the energy center to support or activate the flow. So if you feel like you're out of sorts, you don't know how, your communication is off, your throat feels lousy, or you're just not able to get your message out there, then maybe you're blocked and you need some blue for your throat chakra. And I'm saying it in a very simple way right now because it's better to know. You could just use blue if your communication is not working, your messaging isn't going well, or you're not being able to just get it out there, whatever you need to say to someone. Think about, bring in some blue. And we'll talk more about that when Sprinkles comes in later in the show. You also, if you need to be grounded, the root chakra, which is the first chakra, is red. And also that would be if there's some anxiety about surviving, about how am I going to go forward in my life, there's all kinds of things coming at you. The root chakra may be out of balance, so you need some red. And I'm just giving you a couple of examples of what you may need to do now if this is going on in your life. And let me just see, there's a couple brief things I want to say in addition to that. Let's see. So we'll go over it again. The root chakra, power chakra, red, okay? And that means if something going on that you need to, your power is not, you're not feeling good about your power and you're feeling out of sorts. The root and the red. The sacral is about creativity. So if you need more creativity, you want orange. And that's more like the sexual chakra also. And we'll talk more about that another time. Solar plexus is about confidence. It's above your belly button, in your abdomen, and that's yellow. So if your confidence is low, wear yellow at this time. Okay, heart chakra is more about love. Green, sometimes people use pink, but I say green is good too. And so if you had if your heart was broken, you want to bring more green into your life, you want to wear green, you want to do more things to restore your love karma, okay, and bring your heart back to healing. Throat chakra, communication, of course, as I said, blue. Third eye, which is the pineal gland, your vision. What can you see? Without your eyes, it's in between your eyebrows, and it gives you some insights, more like into your dream world, and also you can visualize with your third eye to bring about outcomes. This is about indigo, the color indigo, and the crown chakra is about unconditional love. It's about the divine. It's about rising above everything and just starting to bring in your angels, your guides, and whatever you want to call the higher power. That's the violet or the white. So this is where the prayer, the meditation will help you communicate with the divine. And it also will restore your divine karma. So if you can do that. If you can remember just the basics of that, we can go more into it later when we have questions and answers later in the program. So if you have any questions, just keep them in mind. And I'll turn it over to Sprinkles now.
Hello. I found that really interesting, and I do have some questions. But we'll cover that later. I've written them down, so I won't forget. Okay, so I looked into auras. Okay, so let me just get my notes up here because this way I can share them with you. And what the aura colors mean. Okay, so let me put the picture. There you go. Okay, so aura colors and their meanings. Okay, aura colors and their meanings differ. The meaning different aura colors. Yellow, when you see a yellow around a person or a thing, whatever, yellow aura people, I'm going to really mess this up. Yellow aura people are analytical, logical, and very intelligent. They tend to excel in careers that involve teaching and study and make excellent inventors and or scientists. They can have a tendency to work too hard and can easily become a workaholic, putting their work above personal relationships. Yellow aura people are perfectly happy in their own company and do not suffer loneliness. They are prone to mental health pressures, though can become withdrawn and depressed when stressed. The yellow aura individual is a brilliant communicator and can display their skills on a one-to-one basis and in front of large crowds. They are confident in their abilities to get their ideas and messages across and will inspire others. The yellow aura people have very good observation skills and can read people easily. They possess extremely good perception, and because of this, they do not suffer fools gladly and will choose their few friends carefully. Any friends they do have will need to match the yellow aura person wit and intellect. Oh, I must be a yellow one because we do pretty good together, huh? Okay, there's a little bit more with the yellow, and we'll go over that too. We're going down to the red aura people now. The red aura people are enthusiastic and energetic individuals, forever on the lookout for new adventures. They are adventurous with food, travel, and sexual partners. The mantra of the red aura color individual is, I'll try anything once. Because of their devil-may-care approach to life, they often find themselves in hot water. Red aura people are quick to anger and can lose their temper over the slightest thing. But on the upside, they are generous with their time and energy when called upon for help. You know, I'm finding a little bit of me in every one of these.
I am too.
Okay, the red people, they are normally strong in body and mind and do not succumb to physical or mental illness easily. Because of their robust health and fitness, the red aura individual likes to be physical and will excel in sports. People with a predominant red aura color can easily become bored and need to move on to different interests, projects, and relationships. Because of this, they leave lots of unfinished ventures in their wake. But if they set their mind to a project and can stick to it, they will have remarkable success and can become extremely wealthy. Okay, there's more on the red, but I'm going down to the pink now. For the pink aura people are by nature loving and giving. They love to be loved too. Because of this, they gather around them close friends and family at every opportunity. They like to host family events and are very generous of their time. They have a high regard for their health and will look after their bodies with good diet, nutrition, and exercise. Pink aura individual people are very romantic, and once they have found their soulmate, will stay faithful, loving, and loyal for life. The pink aura individual is a natural healer, highly sensitive to the needs of others, and has a very strong psychic abilities. They also have very creative ideas and strong imagination. Because of these personality traits, the pink aura people person makes a great writer or novelist, poetry or song lyrics. Okay, so there's more on the pink, but we're going to move to green.
So why? Excuse me a minute. Why do I relate to all of them?
Well, because your aura changes. It doesn't stay the same. I can look at you now and I can see that color, and that's what's coming off from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it as you're moving about your daily life and doing things, your aura is changing because you're adapting with that energy around you, kind of.
Okay, I get it.
Okay. Okay, so green aura people are highly creative and very hardworking. They strive for perfection in everything they do. They have a very determined and down-to-earth nature and will not allow fanciful dreams and unrealistic ideas to color their world. Their creativity takes the form of practical matters such as gardening, cooking, and home decorating. The green aura individual has a fine eye for beauty and will ensure their appearance and clothing, home and surroundings are both practical and beautiful. Green aura people tend to be very popular, admired, and respected. They make for very successful business people and can create much wealth and prosperity for themselves. Green aura people like security, stability, and balance in their lives. And any plans they make are well thought out, and because of this, they seldom make rash mistakes. So let's see, orange, okay, because we're going a little bit over time. Orange aura people are gregarious, generous, social souls. They love to be in the company of others and don't mind being the center of attention or just another face in the crowd. They want to please others and are often the best caregivers, being very thoughtful and generous. The orange aura individual is normally good-hearted, kind, and honest, and they are very attuned to the emotions of others and can sense and feel their pain and joy. Orange aura people can be very charming, but part of their charm is in their sensitivity to others. They have the ability to make everyone feel at ease and in their company. Okay, I don't want to go on more because there's more colors, but we're not going to have enough time to do everything that we would like to do here. So we may have a part 2 coming up. And
that sounds terrific.
yeah. Okay, so right now, let's take a little, I don't know if we want to take a break right now. We can do that, and this way we have a little bit more time on the second half if you want, unless you want to go on to because the other one is the ribbon.
Why don't you start the ribbons, and you could always take a break, and then we can finish.
Okay, the ribbons. Let me get my ribbon. Oh, no, hold on, wrong one. Okay, ribbons. Ribbons have been used for centuries in different capacities. The Celtic folk used ribbons as a way of connecting with specific energies, much like we do with flowers and crystals. Ribbons were used as people traveled around doing psychic readings on the road. Pagans also used ribbons in many of their ceremonies, such as hand fasting at weddings, where couples would have their hands ribboned together as a sign of unity, tying the knot, and for dancing around the magpole during pagan celebrations. In many cultures, ribbons have also been used for healing purposes, and one common ritual was to tie a ribbon close to water, okay? Although not commonly used in modern terms, ribbons are one of the oldest forms of divination. And what the colors are: white is purity, spiritual healing, wisdom, and light. Red is lust, abundance of energy, vigor, strength, and success. Orange, creativity, emotional strength, connectivity, and relationships. If I'm talking too fast, don't worry, you can always listen in again. Yellow is adventure, travel, personal power, fortune. Green, positivity, connection to nature, journey completion. And light blue is safety and security, communication, freshness, Dark blue, clarity is achievement, soulfulness. Purple, spirituality, psychic connections, and riches. Pink is friends, love, fun, and happiness. Brown is down to earth, practicality, and stubbornness. Black is secretive, privacy absorbing, and negativity protectiveness. So, and now the rest of my notes go on to doing a ribbon reading, but we don't have that much time. I just wanted to add one more thing in here, and this is that the days of the week each have their own color, and I would like to go over that with you. On Mondays, it's ruled by the moon astrologically. Silver, white, blue is the color, and it brings a woman's mysteries, illusion, glamour, sleep, peace, beauty, prosperity, dreams, emotion, travel, fertility, insight, and wisdom. Tuesday, Mars, its color is red, black, and orange. Courage, victory, success, strength, conviction, rebellion, defense, protection, and wards. Wednesday is the Mercury, purple, orange. Mercury, Hermes is, what is that? I forgot what that is. But Wednesday is communications, the arts, transportation, change, luck, gambling, chance, and creativity. Isn't that something? We're on a Wednesday, communication.
Yeah, I know.
Thursday.
I didn't know that.
Thursday, Jupiter is the sign that's ruling Thursday, and it's abundance, protection, prosperity, strength, wealth, and healing. Oh, maybe we ought to do Thursdays. Friday is Venus. The color is pink, and it's love, birth, fertility, romance, gentleness, pregnancy, friendship, and passion. Saturday is, of course, Saturn. Black and purple are the colors, and it's the colors are for banishing, protection, wisdom, spirituality, and cleansing. And Sunday, of course, the planet ruling is the sun. It's gold and yellow. It indicates success, promotion, fame, wealth, and prosperity. And that's some of what I have. So we really need to go on to another session of this with the color.
At least one or two, because with chakras and just, we could bring it. The thing is, they're all interconnected.
Yes.
So that's why it's interesting to hear each part of it and then eventually bring it all together.
Right. And what I like about this is that when we do things like this and we get all this information about colors and stuff, we can make the different things our own. Like, if you see pink, to me, pink would mean something else. So given the things behind them, everybody has a choice they can make that's fitting for them and how they are seeing things.
Well, I was just thinking, I was born on a Saturday, and I continually clear and clear and clear, which is, you said cleansing.
Yeah.
I said, I'm doing that all the time. I'm always clearing.
Oh, I was born on a Wednesday, and I communicate a lot. I find all different ways to communicate. And
really?
Yeah.
Really?
And creativity and gambling.
Oh my God. Well, I just feel today, Wednesday, if Wednesday is creativity, then something happens, because all of a sudden on a Wednesday, when I think about the show, I actually start thinking creatively.
Yes.
At times I don't.
Yeah.
When I think the show is my goal, and I thought, well, you have to come up with something. Okay, I'll come up with something.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a little break here, and the song I'm playing is called "Rainbow Falling." How awesome is that?
How appropriate.
Okie dokie. So we're going to get this song up here, and it's coming in right now.
Wasn't I meant to lie in your arms here for a while? and I'm falling, calling. When I reach out, you will hold on. Was it a rainbow falling? Was it a rainbow falling? When I touch you, it will break through. Was it a rainbow falling? Was it a rainbow falling? I've been falling and I've been calling. Oh, was it a rainbow falling?
Hello, we are back.
I'm back.
Welcome back to the Wizards Within. The first half of the show, we went over a few of the things that color has as far as modalities and how it's used and what some of the meanings are and stuff. So if you are out there and you're listening in, give us some questions as to pick a color. What is your favorite color, for instance? Or what else? We'll be happy to answer any of the questions. Plus, we will give you some exercises. Okay, Jan, so
what is your favorite color?
Mine is really white. I like white. What does that mean?
Your white rules the crown chakra. Which to me, white is pure. White is like trying to get out there and more like with the divine.
Okay, well, I got white is supposed to be purity, spiritual healing, wisdom, and light. Go ahead. What's your favorite color? All right, you have. I know you have three colors you really like.
My favorite color was at one time very much red, and I have come to. I don't know. I think I'm more into orange these days.
Ah, okay. So, well, red was lust, abundance, abundance of energy, vigor, strength, and success. What do you got for it?
What do I have for red? Red is more like, let's see. Honest, spontaneous, humanistic, courageous.
Oh.
The negative would be quick-tempered.
You get out.
Domineering. Passionate, but I'm just saying, and for some reason, I like red, but it's not as important to me as it used to be. I used to wear a lot of red, and more so now it's like orange. I like other colors. I like purple and all kinds of blue and stuff like that. But the orange for some reason comes to me now a lot of times because I was going to paint my kitchen and dining room like some shade of orange.
Oh.
So I don't know. We'll see. But it's more like sporty, energetic, sociable, independent. Yes, joyful, self-assured. But it could be destructive. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, you know what? It says if you have allergies, take orange energy baths. And I have lots of allergies. I didn't know that. Okay, there you go. That's why I like orange. I should be doing that.
Ah, interesting.
So,
okay.
So I thought we could go more into things like that. Another show as to how it could help us.
Okay. Well, I know some exercises, and one of them that I'm going to share with you here is now, the other thing I want to ask you before I even get into this, how do you know when your chakras are not aligned?
Well, how do you know if they're not aligned?
Yeah, they're not doing.
Most of the time, I would say everybody's in alignment. But if you're like, for some reason, okay, I'm just trying to think of a good example here. Let me just think here. Let's see. How about if you, okay, if you are anxious, or, yeah, I would say anxious, and let me just see what else I have here. And I hope I don't throw, okay. Like if you're anxious, I would say more or less your heart chakra is probably a little bit, or maybe your solar plexus, which is, in the abdomen, it's the yellow, associated with yellow. But the thing is, sometimes if you're not optimistic, or your self-esteem is off, or your confidence is not there, you might get anxious. So I would say maybe yellow would help you. Also, let me just think of another for yellow. Yellow gives you clarity of thought. And it's very powerful for the nervous system. So it also helps you, for children, it's good because it helps them to understand different things that they have to, like if they're in school. It's a mental color. So I would say that, if there's something going on, especially, and if there's weight problems, or nervous or tired, yellow is really good. Yes.
Well, with some methods, I tend to do this as well. So I would have the pendulum, and I'd hold it in front of each of the chakras, and then I can tell really which one is kind of out, and then try to enforce it with another color, so that through. Now, here's a way that people can kind of see how the power of color is. You cut up a strip of white paper or cardboard, approximately 12 inches long and 1 inch wide. You color one end of the strip red, and about 2 inches of it will do, and the other end blue. A 2-inch section in the center could be colored yellow. Okay. The length of the thread and string of chain should be about 7 to 10 inches. And what you're going to do is you're going to have this strip with the colors that you have set up in front of you, and you are to hold it above the strip, the pendulum, and you think on the positive, say red or the blue. But the pendulum will move to that color. Right. Okay, so that can give you an idea of some of the power behind the use of the pendulum to help you use it. Then there's another thing that I used to do years ago, and I love this because it really, really worked. I tell you, it really worked. I had a bunch of they used to have those wool hair ties, the strings, all the different color. Well, I used to put them in a bag, and I would shake them all up, and then with my eyes closed, I would pull out a color, and I would feel it. Now, to do that kind of exercise, all of the colors have to be of the same material, whether it's a cardboard, whether it's a ribbon, what have you. They all have to be of the same material. With different colors. So, and then you would focus on it. And if you got it, it stayed out of the bag. Okay. But you would think about it in regards to how you're feeling about this thing you're holding in your hand. So, what do you see and stuff like that. And what it does enhance your connection with color itself. Okay. And then there was another one that I used to do. Oh my gosh, what was that? I can't remember quite yet. But what are some of the things that you do yourself for some exercises? Well,
the main thing I ever do is I try to, well, basically I'll sit and just get quiet.
Mm-hmm.
No thinking. Someone told me no thinking a few years back, and no, really, they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, it changed my life.
Yes.
It changed my life. And I don't, unless I'm working on a project, I will do research. But in between, do I think? No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, because it's not. Because if you get caught up in that cycle, so what I do is I usually, I clear.
Mm-hmm.
I clear my chakras. I clear the whole chakra system. And you could do it quickly, or you could do the process, you could do the meditation.
Oh.
But if you know how to do, so I thought maybe the next time, the second part, we could do a small meditation on how to clear the chakras.
Yes, that would be great. That would be great.
But in the meantime, I don't, I just basically clear. And if there's something going on, then I ask for help if it doesn't seem to budge, because a lot of times your own self is, what should I say, sabotaging you.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. You
Yes.
know that.
Yes.
And so I say, okay, I'm not doing it. This is, I have to look at it in a positive way. So I am coming from this positive perspective and saying, okay, there's something going on. My creativity is off.
Mm-hmm.
Something about my sacral chakra there's something going on. Why am I not feeling creative?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I looked at my astrology, and it says, well, now's not the time to be creative. Do something. Go clean your house.
I get that.
And you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes, indeed. There's another thing that people can do to kind of show that color, and you can connect, and that is, I used to do this too, and it's really amazing, because at the time I used to work in Toys R Us, and I was at the service desk they have there. They're closed now; they're gone. So I was working there, and they never wanted to promote me, because I knew who was going to do what do you call that when they go and shoplift? I knew who was going to shoplift, and I told them ahead of time. They liked me up front. Anyway, but what I was doing at that time, I was getting into my colors, and I would wake up in the morning, and I'd decide what color I want to wear, and I want to see that color around me all day. Well, I couldn't help it but tell you that just about everybody that came in had the same color. I don't mean a shade lighter. I mean the same exact color. And I loved it, and I do it every day. I put on.
But that's perfect.
Yeah, because you're connecting with colors,
Mm-hmm.
and they
exactly.
They are a vibrating energy, so we can call on colors to help us. Just like with the chakra, how to do the cleansing with the chakras,
Yes.
Using the colors, and they can be very powerful, very emotional, very passionate too, because excuse me. But like if you're having a gathering at your house, whatever it may be, take time to note what colors they're wearing. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, there's a beautiful lady. She's actually so sweet, and I just love her. Her name is T.J. Phillips. She does readings by the patterns or stripes of clothes and what you're wearing, and she's absolutely amazing. So I'd like to have her on at one time and bring her in.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yes, because she does. I'm fascinated by her when she does this. Well, with whatever she does, because she also reads too. She does readings as well.
So will she be able to read me without seeing me?
Well, yeah, why not? I mean, people read over the phone. They read
I know. I do too. I do too.
Maybe she should see you, though.
And I'll just have white on. I'll just have to wear white, and then it's good.
No, but wear whatever you want, because if you're missing, then there's a good amount.
I'm only kidding.
So those are just a few, to connect the colors, a few things that you can do. And I think it's really pleasant kind of do. And put your own feelings into that particular color. And it probably will mean so much more to you than what somebody else's it is. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course. I think that this could be, I mean, we could expand, there's so much to talk about in color.
And you have a couple flowers, there's colors and flowers. There's
and there's stones.
yes, stones. See, there's more as we think of it. So if you're out there and you're listening to us, and you know of one thing that color is being used, please get in touch with us. We'd love to hear about it and expand on it so that others can learn about it as well.
That'll be, I look forward to that. I think there's so many things we could do with color right now. And you know what I'm saying? And because of the, and how would it, like even foods and,
yes.
yeah, you know?
Yes.
And also, I think there's I have somewhere, some kind of affirmation that has to do with each color. I have to look up somewhere in my notes somewhere.
Yeah, so and then there's also like the earth tones. They're totally different. You know, like browns and
yes. Oh yes. Yes.
That kind of the songs have color in them, like tie yellow running around an old tree. What does yellow indicate?
Yellow is more confidence, you know, and more, what should I say?
Personal power.
And well, also optimistic.
Oh, okay.
Good-humored.
Oh.
Oh, we must have some yellow together.
Yes, we do. And I eat bananas in yellow.
I had some lemon.
You like the lemon? Oh, I like the lemon too. Matter of fact, I do. I have a bottle of lemonade here.
See?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, why don't you tell everybody who we're going to be having on next week?
Say that again?
Who's having on next week?
We're having on, do you want to have Peg Jones on next week and do Akashic Records?
Yes, I want to see what she has to say. Although
I do too. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to do readings, but she may give us some insight into that.
Well, maybe she could just look a little bit, a teeny little bit.
Yeah, that would be great too. Yeah, I'd like that. And we hope you do too.
But you know what? I think, I don't know. I think with the colors, I think we could expand this considerably.
Yes.
Well, at least one more show, maybe even two more, depending on what we could, because there's so many things that are color related.
Yes. And the places.
Yes.
As far as where they're out, the Purple Mountains, Majesty, usually that's around Virginia or something, isn't it?
Yes.
What's the name of those mountains? That was a test.
Is it a trick question?
Yes, and you're not supposed to think you so.
Right out. Well, you know what?
What?
What color? You know, there's a volcano white right now. What color is that volcano ash? You know, what does that mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting to look up.
Yeah, I would think so.
Ash, yeah. And there's a variety of them, because then you go in pastels, you know, and
yes.
What that mean is that, does the pastel mean that it's a weakened thing, or what? Do you know what I mean? Because pastels tend to be a little lighter shade of things.
Exactly. Well, what does it mean? Do you think it means something? I don't think it means something weaker. I think it's just a softer version.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Softer. Calmer. Tranquil.
Calmer.
Tranquil. I'll come over there.
Okay.
Calmer. Interesting. Very good. So, if you have questions, and I don't know if William's in here at this time.
Are they in?
I don't know, and I just hope that the sound is being picked up on this, because it's absolutely wonderful, and I hope everybody can hear it. We're still live on YouTube, it says.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so we can see how that works out.
Have the last show, was that on YouTube? Did it show up?
What happened on the YouTube? No, I had it for the YouTube thing, but I gave it a different YouTube address, because
I see.
that didn't work out so well. So the address that's on the previous show for the YouTube is correct. This show, I didn't put it out. I thought I did, but it didn't take it. But I'll probably find out later if they were tuning into it on the. If you're out there, say hello so we know you're there. Hello. But it's good. So even if they listen into the
podcast.
Yeah, into the podcast, which they can do on OTCR or go to they can go to the Wizards Within on Facebook.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we have a Facebook there, and that will be posted on there as well. So that you can find us anywhere you go, just about.
Because we're so popular, or what?
Well, because we do put out all over the place. We are on Instagram. We are on Google.
Oh, we are? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. We go. Well, the podcast goes out to them.
Oh, good. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the Zoom one, anyway, goes out to them.
So, have you noticed? Have there been many followers or listeners or?
I do on when they listen in afterwards. We have a lot more that would and maybe it's our timing too.
Yeah, probably.
But we also have a new show coming up, and I'm not sure quite what the name of it is yet, because we're talking it over. But Peg is going to come back and join us again and having a podcast. So I look forward to that, and questions on that if you want to when she comes on. And we got about maybe 8 minutes to go. What are you doing? Are you drinking something?
No. Are you?
No, I hear like almost like a sipping through a straw kind of thing. Do you hear?
I don't. No. Mm-mm.
Really? Oh, I do. That's weird. Okay.
Maybe I can come up with something here. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm just looking to see.
Okay, but
if I have anything to wrap this up. Little tidbit or something to go with each color.
Oh, okay.
And my lens just fell out of my glasses. Oh my! What was I doing?
We can do crystals too.
Oh yes, I'm making notes of this. Yes, that's great. Crystals are good.
Yeah.
And how about maybe, I don't know. I'm just starting to think of something like oils.
Oh yes, oils. What, the colors of oils?
Okay, so it's almost like what goes with red, and just for example, one of the oils that would go with red is Lang Lang.
Lang Lang?
YLANG, Lang Lang.
Lang Yang?
Lang Lang. Yeah, I use the oil sometimes. It's very interesting. And I'll give another one. Let's see. Geranium is for blue, for the throat. It's good for it's good for if you have a cold, because it's mildly stimulating, but it's also very refreshing. So that geranium, and that's just part of geranium. I'm just saying how it relates to blue. So there's other ways, other things we could talk about down the road, even with oils. I don't know.
Yeah, and
that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah, herbs like
herbs and oil. Herbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a huge area to cover over it, and we'll be happy to do that. And probably not the next week, but the week after, and that will give us time to gather as much as we can to do that. And if we have to, we can bypass a song. We don't need a song break, but Awesome. Very, very good. Well, we have 5 minutes left. So what else can we put in there for the colors?
Well, I think we could do, you know what?
No, you didn't tell me.
I was thinking of, because we both do astrology, maybe we can come up with an astrology thing, like the planets, you know,
Yes.
like Mars is red, okay?
Yes, yes.
We could go into a little bit of that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
because you're the moon in Pisces. No, you're Pisces rising, that's right.
No, you have your moon in Pisces, don't you?
Well, just for this year.
Oh,
Just for
what do you mean just for this year? What's it doing next year?
I have to look.
Oh,
No, I mean,
you mean your moving is moving?
my moon's in Capricorn. My moon's in Capricorn, but it's in Pisces in the solar year, so that's why we're connecting.
Oh.
That's why we're connecting.
Okay.
Big time.
I thought it was because I liked you and you liked me.
Did I say that?
I don't know.
I'm just not happy because my glasses broke.
Oh, you broke them?
Well, they sort of came apart.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing with them?
I don't know. They got stuck on my headphones.
Oh, you know, another thing, I remember somebody, I think it was on TV somewhere, but somebody was saying how blue eyes are stronger than green eyes or brown eyes or something like that. What the meanings of the color of the eyes are, we can do that too. I mean, there's so much.
There's so many things. What color are your eyes?
Brown.
You don't know?
I know it's brown. But I always hear my husband saying, yeah, that's because blah, 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 with the brown eyes. Because he's got blue eyes. He's got the most gorgeous blue eyes
Oh.
They twinkle.
Okay. They twinkle?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
When I seen him, that's the first thing I seen was his blue eyes. I was
So you didn't see anything? You didn't see
Not at first. You know, I just the body was, you know, he's good, he's okay, he can get by. But when I looked at his eyes, I go, wow, because they say that the depth of the eyes can be so strong too.
Yes, yes, of course.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had twinkles in his eyes. He still does.
Are they deep blue or light blue?
Oh, they're like a royal blue.
Oh,
yes. Wow. Yes, really beautiful. Yeah. I wouldn't say blue like a blue lake. No. I would say blue like the sky. No. He's got like royal blue eyes. I just love his eyes. They're awesome.
Okay. Wow.
Well, what color are your eyes?
Dark brown.
I'll tell you later what my husband says. Okay. So, but my children, I only have 3 children, but 2 of them have the blue and 1 of them has the brown.
Both kids have like bluish eyes.
Light bluish?
Like, more lighter. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they're both blonde. They don't take after me.
Oh. Well, my 2 daughters are like day and night. One is blonde and one is a brunette.
Well, you know what's funny? I told my son when he was little, if he didn't do something, he had very blonde hair. Both my kids had. My daughter still is very blonde hair, and my son is sort of half and half right now. But the thing is, when he was little, I told him, I said, if you don't behave yourself, your hair is going to be as dark as mine when you grow up. And guess what?
Oh, it did.
No, his hair isn't dark as mine, but it's not as light as it used to be.
Well, when my daughter was born, she was so white blonde that you couldn't see a hair. You know, if you took a picture, she looked like she was bald, but she wasn't. She had a head full of hair, but it was so white, and she looked like she had a little glow around her. You know.
That's how my kids, both of them were.
Yeah.
They were so blonde. I thought, where did you people come from?
I did too. I mean, we have a redhead in the family on my side of the family. And there was, I think, well, she wasn't a natural blonde on that side. But my mother-in-law, who is the sweetest, she's passed on, God bless her, and she had white hair.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think she got my firstborn got it from her dad.
Well, my late husband had blonde hair, but it wasn't extremely blonde. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I don't know where they got this extreme blonde hair. You know.
It's crazy, though, huh? And then they want to dye it darker. What are you kidding me? Want that color?
Oh my!
So we're just about out of time. So we gotta.
Yes, I see. We have.
Okay, so we need to have. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to have another session of this, but not the next session. We're going to have Peg Jones on with us.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, we hope you're going to join us with that. And we'll see you next week. Oh, it started already.
All right, good night.
Good night. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.